Hi, my name's Mike Edwards. The website is diydoctor.org.uk. We're down at the fantastic Orchardley golf course in Somerset, and we're doing quite a bit of maintenance work here in conjunction with the greenkeepers, one of whom you'll see in a moment. But we're demonstrating various bits and pieces and of tools and products, and one of the things that we're looking at today is the Titan pole saw. Particularly interesting piece of equipment. It's a chainsaw on the end of a pole, a telescopic pole at that, and it's for removing obviously overhanging branches and things that you don't really want to climb trees to saw down. They're a little bit too robust for a pair of pruning shears or some scissors. So a fairly complicated piece of equipment, heavy duty. I'm not insured to use it, so Dave, the head greenkeeper down at Orchardley, is going to come over, grab this off me, and demonstrate it actually in use. As you can see, there's various features that we'll talk about later on, but for the time being I'll put the chain guard back on, and Dave, if you want to come over and grab hold of that, I'm going to leave you to it. We'll film you getting it set up and getting started and cutting a few branches, and we'll have a chat about it in a minute. Okay. Good luck, mate. Perfect. Wow, that looks exciting. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a you know, quite a heavy duty piece of kit, really.
Yeah.
It made easy work of those branches there.
Yeah.
It is quite heavy piece of kit to use at full extension. Yeah. All the time, but certainly got the power there, and
I mean, it seemed to cut through it really quite easily. I mean, you didn't seem to be struggling, or it didn't seem to jam, or
no, not at all.
No. I mean, the only thing I did notice is that you looked at some point as if you were running out of cable.
You did. It's a very, it is a short lead on it itself.
Yeah.
I think, you know, working any sort of distance, especially maybe if you wanted to get anything higher up a ladder, I know it's not ideal. No. You know, you might find yourself lifting that actually off the ground. So.
Right. What it is, it's really important to remember, people, that anything that you're using outside, anything electrical, whether it's a lawnmower, power saw, whatever it is, needs to be connected to an RCD socket. That's a residual current device, so that if anything goes wrong, if Dave were to accidentally cut through a cord or kick the plug or something, it will cut out immediately. It senses any difference in current and it'll cut out immediately. So when you've got a short cord and you're leaning a long way, the danger is that you're actually going to pick up the extension lead, where the extension lead is connected to the reel, and you've got enough weight in the pole saw without picking up the reel as well. But overall, I think that I did notice. Yeah, we'll disconnect that before we mess around with it. I did notice the little orange thing on the top. What's that? Is that presumably for oil for the chain?
Yeah, this is just like any other chainsaw. You need to have chain oil to keep it lubricated around the chain in the bar here.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
It doesn't come with oil, so.
Oh, and there's a marker. I don't know if you can see that. Let's turn that round. There's a little gauge there that shows you how much chain oil you've got. How often does that need topping up, Dave?
Well, it's worth checking after every use, I would.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw, you tend to top up your oil after you run out of fuel.
Right.
So obviously, with a constant supply of fuel,
you need to check it more regularly.
So yeah, it's worth checking before you use it.
And of course, I'm assuming, not being a gardener of any description, I'm assuming these spikes here are to jam into the.
That's it. That helps grip into the wood and stops it bouncing.
Stops the blade kicking about. Yeah. Okay. So, if I don't know, summing up what you've said, tell me if I'm wrong, but heavy duty enough to actually be used on stuff like that. Branches, what would you say diameter?
You probably go up to almost 3-inch diameter.
75mm, that's quite a big chunk, isn't it?
Bear in mind, if you're cutting anything that size up a tree, it's going to come down at some point.
So I noticed you got your helmet on.
Yeah,
so, okay. And of course the extension is pretty good as well. I don't know how, did we measure how far that goes out?
No, we didn't. I think
we can see. It looked to me like about 12 foot from start to finish, so if we tighten that up, I don't know whether the camera can get it all in shot, but you know, I mean, I'm only 5 foot nothing, but you know, you're looking at least 12 to 13 foot height there, so that's pretty extensive and would cover most overhanging branches that you want to keep away, as Dave's done there, from the roof or from your guttering. So you know, the professionals say it's a good bit of kit. We've got to go along with their words, so that's the Titan pole saw, available from Screwfix. Go get one.